2TC is an achievement in Bloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to complete a chimps game using only 2 towers. Today we're going to be doing this with the Ultraboost and the Glaive Lord. Starting off with an engineer here, and we need the sentry guns for the early on Moabs. Once we get the Glaive Lord, then obviously we would want to go with 052. But for those early Moabs, we need the extra guns on the field in order to be able to deal with the early Moabs. Put in our Boomerang here. We're going to go up to 202. Then we're going to think about some cleansing foam in order to counter those camo balloons. Again, another thing that we need early on, like obviously later on throughout the game, we've got the Glaive Lord orbiting glaives that can deal with camo balloons without requiring them to be decamified, but obviously early on we need that decamification. Got 202, that's a knife. Now we're going to go up to deconstruction after the larger surface area, and then cleansing foam from there. Round 15 pinks, not a problem whatsoever. We're on one of the easiest maps in the game, but also one of the only maps that you can do this 2TC combination with. I think the other one is Resort. I've been trying Cubism, but round 100 is always an issue when it comes to the DDTs. Cleansing foam online. We're going to put the cursor down here so that when... Actually, I can put a foam over here, actually, or reach all of these. Yeah, because the foam will start wearing out as soon as any balloons go over it. Like, you would have more pierce with each foam if you go with bottom path, but obviously with this case, I need the extra guns for you-know-what. Yeah, 031 cleansing foam provides more pierce per foam, 032 provides more pierce per foam, and the fact that the foam can slow down balloons as well. It applies the pin effect in a different way. Here comes purple balloons, not an issue whatsoever. Glaive ricocheted, more glaives. We're going to go up to Glaive Lord before we even get overclock, because we need to apply that money as early as possible onto the Glaive Lord rather than trying to increase the attack speed of our more glaives when early on in the game, Moabs are the issue. Another unique feature about the cleansing foam is that if you have sentry guns with it, those sentry guns can actually pop lead balloons, but still can't pop frozen balloons. Camo balloons, no issue. Our decamification method is here to enable these yellow balloons to be decamified. One thing you got to look out for in any game of Bloons Tower Defense 6, regardless of what you're going for, is the yellow balloon. From personal experience, they are the greatest threat to civilization. Whenever I go to birthday parties nowadays, yellow balloons just give me Vietnam style flashbacks to all of the times I get the game over screen with the yellow balloon as the culprit of my demise. Actually, I don't get Vietnam flashbacks, but they do give me a minor judder. Okay, round 40. This is why we need the additional firepower here with the sentry guns. Otherwise, we just won't be able to have enough firepower to deal with these Moabs early on in the game. And we certainly wouldn't be able to deal with the BFBs at all. There we go. And obviously, this particular path of the Boomerang is excellent at dealing with ceramics. What is better at dealing with super ceramics? More glaives or an archmage? It's going to be more glaives because it has the pierce in order to back up its otherwise very good power as well. We do have the money for overclock now, but we need that extra 14,580. Okay, let's move the foam over here so we can get those remaining camo purples. We need that money as soon as possible to be put onto the Glaive Lord. Camo pinks. Not a problem, question mark. The foam can sometimes disappear before we can put fresh ones down. Usually round 49 is a bit of a showcasing round, but the Glaives just absolutely shreds apart the hordes of balloons there, so there's no need to showcase the destruction of all of those balloons on that round. But this round is definitely noteworthy. Round 50, round 52, and possibly around 53 as well, but I think by that time we can actually afford the Glaive Lord. I forgot to set you to strong for the time being, which would be very ideal. Glaive Lord, you are so close now. Only needing 129? No, my maths was wrong there. Very wrong. It was more like 179, but again, my math could be wrong still. Rarely is my maths wrong, but at that time I looked at the sums and was like, no, I was definitely wrong there. Yeah, Marbs just get absolutely shredded once they enter the orbit of the Glaive Lord. Now, that's a knife. If you're liking the video so far, then please be sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed to already for Flare Balloons, me. And once we reach 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be attempting a base mortar 2 megapops. That's right, a tier 2 or below mortar monkey 2 megapops. That will be very fun to check out. Also, we got overclock now. Round 63. Where's the ceramics? I was promised ceramics. There were no ceramics. This is just brilliant against them. Like Spirit of the Forest, like Ray of Doom. It's like there are a few towers in the game which are just so good against ceramics. And in my last video doing the Absolute Zero and Mad 2TC, I was always struggling against ceramics, but now we don't have an issue with them. And also, once we can get the Ultraboost, this is also a bit of a powerhouse even against DDTs. Did you know that round 69 is one of the only rounds past round 60 where there is not a single Moab on that particular round whatsoever? It's got like round 51 on, well, before round 60, that just has camo ceramics, but also round 59 as well. Just remembered that as well. They also don't have any mobs on that round, but from this point on, and also round 76, can't forget about round 76. There's a threat in its own ways, including lots of ceramic regrows. Round 75, lots of BFBs on this round, not an issue whatsoever, and the more balloons are on the screen, I feel like the sooner the balloons will be popped anyways when they're further back, because they've had the ricochet effect of the Glaive Lord's ricochets going after them at the back, rather than the initial ones starting to get damaged as soon as they are within the range of the Glaive Lord. So it's like, those at the back don't want the front ones to be there at all, because it minimizes their chance of being able to survive. Round 78. More ceramics. Yeah, I didn't showcase round 76 because that was just such a doddle. Like, just such a doddle whatsoever. Maybe I did actually. Yeah, sometimes I have a bad time remembering what I have and have not showcased, or what I have talked about or what I've not talked about, which is why sometimes I may speak about the same thing 5 different times throughout a video, but sometimes it's paraphrased, and it's not something that I like to do. It just happens. It's a part of one of my flaws in life. We all have flaws, and for those who think who are flawless, well, that is one of your flaws, about not being able to identify flaws about yourself. Let's see, round 79, BFBs. Seems to me that sometimes we can target BFBs, but then other times we can't target BFBs. Range bug in the game. That, my friend, is a ZOMG. We should be able to reach it from here. Okay, we were just about to reach it there. It's like, well, we was able to target the BFB, but I think that's just because there are other balloons nearby those BFBs, and they can expand the hit detection of those said balloons. So with these BFBs, we should be able to very easily target them over here. And yeah, as you can see, the backmost ones are being popped sooner because of the fact that, well, they weren't well, let's just say that the frontmost ones had to be targeted first before the back ones could be damaged with the same projectile. Let's see now. I do miss the fact that a Glaive Lord no longer does bonus damage to fortified balloons, because that would make it a little bit easier on some of the late rounds in the game. Another 24k until we can purchase the Ultraboost upgrade and If you think it throws fast now, just wait until you see what happens when we have a permanent overclock feature on our Glaive Lord here. Also, I never have a script because I don't like my videos, or almost all of my videos, to be formulated and structured. Like, I know what I'm doing when it comes to being able to interact with the game, but when it comes to the commentary, I don't like having a written set of words I have to write, I have to say out loud, looking at a word pad or something. I prefer it to be natural and organic rather than feeling like artificial. 45 BFBs on this round, not an issue whatsoever. The more targets there are, the more likely the backmost ones will be damaged and deconstructed down to nothing. Nothing but code, essentially. All code at the end of the day in this game and any other game. Did you know that your progression in a game is just code? Edited code from the original source material when you first open up the game for your first time? Well, I think my hypothesis earlier was wrong about the backmost ones getting popped sooner because those ZMGs were making their way further along the track. Okay, round 88. We're very close now to the Ultraboost. But can we get it in time? I don't think we can get it for the DDTs, but I think we'll be able to definitely get it for the round 93 DDTs. I think it's round 91 round 91 we'll be able to get the Ultraboost upgrade on. Round 89, all of these lovely fortified targets. You think having twice as much health is gonna increase your chance of survival? Well, yes it does actually, but you're still not getting through my defenses. Here it is, round 90. DDT territory. And yeah, just absolutely destroy them. Once they're decamouflaged, the default attack can target them, which is brilliant. Okay, Ultra Boost, Ultra Boost, Ultra Boost. And there we go. And apply it instantaneously as soon as we get it. Get that times 10 up as soon as possible. Should I Ultra Boost the Ultra Boost itself? Nah, I don't think so. Like, with my Crossbow Master Ultra Boost 2DC achievement, I definitely felt that that was mandatory. Just get those extra few turrets out, get that damage as much as possible, and then even then, round 99 was like almost impossible. Like, that took me so long to try and fathom out that round. Like, with the targeting. Like, thank goodness there's camo prioritization option on some towers where by default it targets camo balloons, because it's like I needed a way on that particular run to try and target the DDTs as much as I can as a priority. And what better way to do that than with the DDTs themselves, and trying to get as much DDT damage as possible by always trying to target multiple DDTs at the same time to get that chip damage, and then from there to be able to then target the DDTs along this straight line and that straight line, go up here, and sometimes having to alternate here and there. But the plan was essentially to hit as many DDTs as possible with every single bolt that you fire, because, well, each bolt doesn't do a lot of damage, but the rate of fire definitely makes up for it. But Crossbow Master, despite what people say, it's a really mid tower at the very best. It's not great. Like, later on you discover that Plasma Monkey Fan Club is more powerful, and on certain maps, Ultra Juggernaut is an absolute monster. Like, moon landing is usually very difficult, but with Ultra Juggernaut, that's brilliant. Like, you can get a 2 megapots with Ultra Juggernaut on moon landing, and you can even use Ultra Boost as a means of support. Also, we can no longer get 2 megapots with this tower. So, that in and of itself is brilliant, honestly. Using a very difficult, well, otherwise difficult map like moon landing, and be able to use those craters for your advantage, because of that you can use something that bounces around in the craters themselves. Round 97 coming to a close here. Round 100 is the only difficult round left. I'm not concerned at all for this round and the fortified DTs around 99. We've got those in the bag. but it's just the DDT, so the bad on round 100. And also the DDTs that spawn out of the bad as well. Just going to save it out loud. Like, they're also going to be a mess. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh, dearie me. You enter my radius. You is to die. Look at all that damage. Okay, round 100. The bad. How much damage can we do with the Glaive Lord here? Gonna try and leave this for as long as possible before applying another Ultra Boost. Yeah, we're just gonna apply it now, but we should really space out our usage so that we can get as much usage out of it as possible. But can we get the damage in this position here? I'd like to think that we can. Okay, so Ultra Boost is ready. Okay, we're gonna apply it now. I should have applied it a bit sooner, honestly. Yeah, that's really close to depleting, actually. So we are very close to be able to doing this, actually. Hopefully it's able to... Oh, gosh, I hope so. Please? Okay, I'm gonna put the foam over here, actually. Okay, so that was quite close. And these EMGs are nothing to trifle with. So hopefully we can take these down. BFBs left, please. Whoa, that was a flawless game. Not a single game over whatsoever. Yes, even the yellow balloons cannot stand against the power of the Glaive Lord Ultra Boost combination here. Like, I think if this was like over here, or over here, sorry, then perhaps say 2 mega pops would also be possible with this, but that's not something I'd like to pursue, thank you very much. And definitely not 1 million pops each with both towers, because I don't think you rely on Ultra Boost for pops, you rely on it for support and early game Moab popping. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below, and let me know what other kind of combinations you'd like to see me try and do. Somebody's been suggesting a Master Builder Spirit of the Forest combination. And others say that Icicle Impale is possible as a camo solo on round 37. But when people say that things are possible but don't give an explanation as to what could be the solution, I'm always kind of skeptical on that matter. Like, people be able to prove that Inferno Rain and Super Brittle are possible, or Inferno Rain and Icicle Impale are possible. It's like, what do you actually have to do in order to make a frozen damage type target a white balloon? Just say that out loud as the only means of targeting a camo balloon. How do you get an ice tower that's not super brittle, or using the absolute zero ability? Or does Icicle Impale have normal damage type? No, it doesn't actually. Say it were to target frozen balloons because of refreeze, but this is all too much for me, honestly. It's too much of a fog for me. But what isn't a fog is using my creator support code whenever you are shopping anywhere around the store. That could be some race passes. It could be an early access to map editor unlock before you get to a certain level. I think it is a certain level. Or some instant monkey packs, or powers attack pack. Some knowledge points, double cash mode if you're struggling, mountain monkey money. Also, I struggle. I need it for boss events. Pile monies, 10 monkey knowledge points. So yeah, monkey knowledge points. That looks to be limited at the time just because of the coloring of that. And obviously the Mr. Beast Awesome pack, which is available for another 80 days. So there we go, folks. I heard that if you don't subscribe to Flare Balloons, what will happen is not only will you face off against a 400% Elite Vortex, you'll also be facing one with 500 HP and 500% ability cooldown rate and 500% Moab speed on top of the modifier that Vortex gives Moabs anyways of speed, and also balloons as well. They're also given 500%, but for some odd reason ceramic health goes down to 5%. Anyways, folks, thank you all so much for watching and take care of yourselves.